This semi-truck driver, convicted of killing 4 people in a crash on I-70, was sentenced to 110 years in prison. Rogel Aguilera-Mederos slammed into traffic in April of 2019.
Today, he was among the emotional voices heard from. He was pleading for mercy from the judge. 9 News reporter Noel Brennan was there at the sentencing. He's live outside the Jefferson County Courthouse. It was emotional as well for those victims' families as well, Noel.
It was, Tom. Imagine losing a loved one unexpectedly and having to sum up the meaning of that loss in a brief statement, or speaking in support of a loved one before he's sentenced to 110 years in prison. That is what happened inside of a Jefferson County courtroom this afternoon. 110 years, that was the mandatory minimum sentence that a judge could have handed out to Rogel Aguilera-Mederos, and that's what happened today. The judge, though, did say if it was he had his discretion, it would have been a lesser sentence. On April 25th, 2019, Aguilera-Mederos was driving a semi on I-70 when his brakes went out. He drove past a runaway truck ramp and he slammed into cars that were stopped in traffic. 4 people died that day: Doyle Harrison, William Bailey, Miguel Angel Lamas Arellano, and Stanley Politano. Their loved ones spoke to the court this afternoon. Gage Evans said of losing her husband, William Bailey, she feels like a table without a leg or a boat without a rudder. She says she struggles with her mental health now and that she dreads every day without the man who gave her confidence and joy in her life. Kathleen Harrison spoke about her husband, Doyle, and she says that she feels like half a person without him. Listen to her and hear from Aguilera-Mederos, who was the last to speak in the courtroom.
I don't harbor bitterness in my heart towards the defendant. I do have a willingness to forgive them, but forgiveness doesn't mean just letting someone off the hook, that they need to come to grips with what they've done.
I have never thought about hurting anybody in my entire life. I'm begging for forgiveness from everyone.
The attorney for the defendant may have put it best today. You know, it was an emotional day. The attorney said that there were no winners, Tom, and he said it was just a courtroom full of broken lives. And sitting through the afternoon and listening to testimony, both from the defendant's family in support of him and talking about the life that he lived and asking the judge to give him a lesser sentence, and then hearing all the family members who lost loved ones. It was just heart-wrenching to hear from both sides of the courtroom. And again, that attorney putting it, I think, best, saying that it really was just a courtroom full of broken lives today.
Well, the accident, that certainly was a tragic today, another sad one, reflecting on it from all angles. All right, Noel, thank you.